What's up, everybody? This is Joe. I am doing a top 10 recent pickups, and then after that I'm going to do a little bit of memorabilia, some things I think you guys might think is kind of interesting. Basically what this is I did a top 50 video back in July, so any cards that I picked up after that video that weren't included in there are in my top 10. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And this is number 10. I opened a box of Bowman Chrome. You're guaranteed 2 autos. I got a Yimi Garcia numbered to 50 and a Richard Urena numbered to 150. Big fan of Richard Urena. He's only 19 years old, but of course it's really hard to tell how these guys are panning out, especially for a guy that's 19 years old. So that's number 10. Again, I'm going to cheat here, and this is number 9, all of these cards, which was, I did a break of 2014 Bowman Sterling. I'm a big fan of Bowman Sterling. You get 18 autographs in one box, so these are all in one box. I got a Kyle Schwarber, who's a big prospect for the Cubs, the number 4 pick of the 2014 draft. He had a grand slam in his first at bat, so again, we'll see how these guys pan out. This is numbered to 75. Tyler Kolek for the Marlins was actually the number 2 pick of the 2014 draft. This is numbered to 99. Nick Gordon, pick number 5 by the Twins of the 2014 draft. Jeff Hoffman, another guy that was picked in the first round. Luis Ortiz, another first round pick. Weaver, another first round pick. Gareth Morgan, this one's numbered to 25. This is Cecchini, who's numbered to 50. Then on top of that, I got a Yordano Ventura rookie auto, Miguel Sano, Swihart. These are all, highly touted prospects, but you never know, how things are going to pan out. But that's sort of the fun of Bowman Sterling, is you kind of see how their careers progress and see which ones make it to the majors, and see which ones sometimes they don't make it to the majors, and sometimes you never hear from them again. This is Peraza, Frazier, and then of course Masahiro Tanaka. So those are some of the highlights of that box. So number 8 is this Mickey Mantle. This is the 68 Topps Mantle. This was actually his last year, was 68. Of course, they made a 69 Topps card. So this is mixed last year. You might have seen this in a previous video. This was actually part of my submission to Beckett. So that's what this is, this Mickey Mantle card, and it got a 4.5. Number 7 on my list is this Whitey Ford from 1960 Topps. Again, was part of my previous video where I submitted it to Beckett, and it got a 7. What I think is kind of fascinating about this 1960 Topps is that he pitched in the 1960 World Series, and what a lot of people don't realize, of course everyone remembers the perfect game, but in the 1960 World Series he pitched 2 complete game shutouts, both against the Pirates, who ended up beating the Yankees in 7 games off of Bill Mazeroski's home run in Game 7. But I just think it's amazing that this guy threw 2 complete game shutouts. It's too bad the Yankees pitched them in games 3 and 6 instead of 1, 4, and 7. But a pretty amazing feat that's not really remembered anymore. Next up, number 6 is this Derek Jeter 93 SP. I don't know, what is there to say about Jeter that's already hasn't been said? The Yankees all-time leader in hits, doubles, stolen bases, times on base. He also led the team in games played and at bats, so you're going to compile a lot of things. But obviously I submitted this to Beckett, didn't expect too much of a grade out of it, but it did get a 10 in centering, so I was happy about that. All right, number 5, really cool card. This is my first T206 card. This is a guy named Davy Jones, who for the most part was a common player, and was in the outfield with Sam Crawford and Ty Cobb when he was playing for the Tigers. But a really nice looking card, very sharp, obviously a little off center, but you can see here the corners and the edges are really nice. And it was graded a 5 by SGC. So here's the back. Piedmont, again, a little little bit off center, but really, really nice looking card. All right, number 4 is this Johnny Bench rookie card. Again, another card that I submitted to BVG and came back a 7.5. And I feel like this is one of those cards that is a really good value. I mean, a lot of people would consider Johnny Bench to be the greatest catcher ever. And you can get a PSA 5 for under $100. Whereas, you know, you want to buy a Pete Rose PSA 5, it's going to cost you, you know, $600 to $700. So, and obviously Johnny Bench is in the Hall of Fame, but Pete Rose is not. But really think it's a good value, this Johnny Bench card. All right, that brings us to the top 3 cards, and number 3 is this Satchel Paige 53 Topps card. Obviously, you know, when it comes to Satchel Paige, it's very unfortunate that he didn't get to play into the majors until he was actually 42 years old. He was a rookie at 42. And I was sort of laughing to myself earlier thinking about how people say that A-Rod can't do it at the age of 39. Satchel Paige was a rookie at the age of 42 in the majors and was in 2 All-Star games and played until he was 47 years old. So this is, you know, it's obviously not in the greatest shape, this card, but it is nicely centered. It was graded a 4. Here's the back. Number 2 on my list is this card. It's a T206 Willie Keeler. So this is my second T206 that I've picked up. A 3.5. If you've ever heard the phrase, hit 'em where they ain't, that was coined by Willie Keeler. This guy was 5'4" and weighed 140 pounds. He's sort of famous for perfecting the Baltimore chop, where you kind of hit the ball into the ground and let the fielder, once the fielder catches it, he's already on first base. In 1897, he had this insane year where he had a 44-game hitting streak and hit 424. So I was thinking about it earlier, like, I can't imagine if a player hit 424 nowadays. It would be like when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were trying to break Roger Maris's record. So, and at the time, the 44-game hitting streak was actually a record until, obviously, DiMaggio beat it with his 56-game hitting streak. But he's also actually, here's the back. He's also, I guess that if you ever have struck out on a bunt with 2 strikes, you could thank Willie Keeler, because I believe that the rule was actually made because he basically would bunt the ball with 2 strikes and never strike out, because he would just foul the ball off every time. So they made a rule that said, if you have 2 strikes and you foul the ball off, that's an out. And obviously, another cool thing, if you're a Yankee fan, is that he played for the New York Highlanders. So, Willie Keeler. And last but not least, the number 1 card, number 1 recent pickup is this Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer rookie. I'll call it a rookie. Obviously, there was a 1984-85 star card that some people call his rookie, and then this was sort of the first NBA licensed card. I love this card. I know this is not a baseball card, but I think a lot of baseball card fans can truly appreciate this card. There's something amazing about this card. It kind of reminds me of the 52 Topps Mantle, how it's not the rookie card, but it's the most sought after card. And if you look at it, it's beautifully centered. The biggest issue with this card is down here in the lower left-hand corner. There's a little bump there, but otherwise, it's part of the reason why I bought it. If you look at it, it really it's centered nicely and looks really nice. So, and here's the back of the card. So that's number 1 on my recent pickups. And now, just as I promised, I wanted to take you guys through a couple of cool memorabilia items that I have. So this is, I don't know if you guys can read it, but it is a Joe DiMaggio autograph. My dad actually had dinner with him, I don't know, about 25 years ago. And then he didn't have anything for him to sign, so he actually had him sign a picture. The back of a picture, it says, to Matthew and Joey, best wishes, Joe DiMaggio. And then, of course, he put it in his pocket, and it smeared, so you can't really read the auto. Then he actually went back to Joe DiMaggio and asked him to sign. And so now I have 2 Joe DiMaggio autographs. Unfortunately, they're to Matt and Joey, so if I ever wanted to sell them, I'd have to find another Matt and Joey. But really cool Joe DiMaggio autograph. Just wanted to also show you guys, this is a Mariano Rivera signed bat. It's actually, these were numbered to 652, which is the amount of saves that Mariano had, and mine's, you can't see it here, but it's 642 out of 652. Just wanted to get a number that had the number 42 in it, so I was able to get it. 42, unfortunately, was already taken. So this is the Mariano Rivera signed bat. It's kind of funny that I have a bat, considering he didn't hit, really, but he broke a lot of bats. So sometimes I'm like, maybe I should chop this in half, because that's what he did to bats. He sawed them in half with his pitches, with the cutter. So, and there's the auto. This is a Mickey Mantle autograph. This was, I remember meeting Mick. I actually had him sign this. I met him, I must have been 12 years old. And the only thing that I remember about meeting him was how big his hand was. It like totally engulfed my little hand. So I was really excited to meet him. And then, of course, you have the scooter. Phil Rizzuto, Hall of Fame, 1994. He was my favorite broadcaster growing up, and still is my favorite broadcaster of all time. Next, also want to show you guys this Thomas Kincaid painting. And you can see, I really like the shadow. This is obviously the old Yankee Stadium. I really love the shadow in this picture. And that's why I love Thomas Kincaid paintings, is the way that he draws shadows. And there's something about this painting that I think is just amazing. So there you go. Not sure what's going on in this game, actually. You can't really see. I tried to look at the scoreboard, but you can't really see anything. The old Yankee Stadium. And then lastly, just wanted to show you guys, I was actually at the perfect game that David Wells threw back in, let's see, here's the date, Sunday, May 17th, 1998. And I had 4 tickets. Me and my dad went, and there were 2 tickets that we didn't use. So I actually met David Wells and had him sign all of this, and had him sign the 2 tickets that were unused. So that's what this is here. And that's it. Just wanted to share with you guys my top 10 recent pickups and the memorabilia. And this is, I actually kept the newspaper, so I have that still. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Again, I just wanted to mention that none of this is for sale right now. I'm not really interested in trading or selling. It's really just for keeping, and maybe one day, my daughter will sell it or something. But just wanted to share with you guys some of the stuff that I have. So hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.